Hello, fellow YouTubers. This is SammyFish182 doing a 2v2 commentary. 2v2 commentary sent to me from my good buddy TheSneak right here as the Red Zerg, and as you can see, he has very good manners. Always good to see that in Starcraft 2. So this is a 2v2. So along with him on his team, we have the blue Protoss player Grubbins, and on the opposing team we have the teal Protoss player Dangden, along with his teammates, the purple Terran Treat Up. PT versus PZ, very interesting game, and I think we get to see the extractor trick right here. I know that TLO, when he plays as Zerg, he tries the double extractor trick right here, which he puts down on both of Vespene geysers, and then pulls out a spawning pool at 12. He says that he gets more minerals out of it and a quicker spawning pool. So we're going to have to take his word for it since he is such a good player. One of my favorite players, in my opinion. So while this game is pretty young, I'm going to pull up the production tab right now so I don't miss anything. But while this game is pretty young, I'm going to talk about my channel for a little bit. This is a brand new channel I made for the community. This is so that the community can get their games onto the internet or onto YouTube, and I will commentate on it, tell you guys what you did good and what you did bad, and how you can improve. I like to do this because, you know, I am a new player, or not a new player, but not a pro player in my own sense. I am not anything special in the game of StarCraft, so I like to give tips as a newer player, not a newer player, but as a relatively decent player to other relatively decent players. It's hard to give tips from a pro's point of view, since they have so little to improve on their game. But I am giving you my look on games from a noob's point of view, and hopefully this will help you a bit. I give you little tips to help you out. I like this little trick right here, putting the spawning pool on the back side of the drones, so that way in case Hellions come around, they get stuck right here and they have to go into this area right here so that they get attacked by any units coming this way. This is a very good spot for the spawning pool. As you can see, this wall came down very early. I saw that this barracks came down, I think, at 9, and this orbital command came down at 13, which is super early for an orbital command. And we already have 2 reactors down at 16. I know that they were built even earlier, so we're probably going to see a siege tank or Thor rush from this player. Be interesting to see what he does, but a 9 racks always means some type of rush. And this is very interesting to see that he's even chrono boosting it out. Dangden is trying to get hallucination as fast as possible, making use of that chrono boost, which is very interesting, considering that usually you go for warp gate first because it's usually what you want, because warp gates are very helpful early game for Protoss since it takes so long for their units to be built. You want to make an army as soon as possible so to make sure that you do not get rushed by a 2v2 team. Usually if a team was an army being massed by this team, they would be taken out very quickly since he does not have the warp gates yet. And Bangling Nest came up for the Zerg player, TheSneak. A very good response to this wall right here that they made so early, and was not able to get any scouting info. So they're in the dark right here. As you can see that they have no idea except for the wall right here in the mini map. So let's see what's gonna be next from these players. We are seeing a layer being built, so probably some hydras, maybe a spire. I don't know. Let's see what he's gonna opt for, since he does have 2 extractors and no no expansion as a Zerg player. That's very interesting. But he is keeping up with the spawn larva. As you can see that the queen only has 12, 13, 14 energy, which is very good to have as a Zerg player. It makes you it knows that you are using your spawn larvas my bad, as much as possible, which is very good for any Zerg player. And as I saw that the army is up and the first Thor is being cranked out at 29, so this is going to be Thor Rush for the Terran player. Third gateway being built for the Zerg player, not Zerg, missed every race with this one. Protoss player Dangden, Warp Gate not even done yet, and he has nothing but sentries and zealots, and finally using that hallucination. So we're probably going to see some interesting use from this Phoenix, probably to scout to see what is up on the opposing team. So we're gonna follow this Phoenix, as you can see everything, even this Robo Bay that just came up, the 3 gates, and that thing is taken down. The hallucination is taken down. Hallucination is a very good scouting tool since it costs only 50 energy. I think 50. Well, it just costs energy in general. So centrifugal hooks being researched by TheSneak, so you can get some bangling speed since they are not very fast on their own. A lot of Zerglings up, so we're probably going to see a bangling bust very soon. Observer finally up for Grubbins, so you're finally going to get some scouting early in the game. And as I see these Zerglings move to the right side of their base, and they cannot see that. Let's check real quick. Yes, they cannot see that these Zerglings are being morphed into Banglings, so they're going to get a big surprise, especially with these Thors about to move out very soon. 3 Thors, and this Observer sees the Thors, so they know that they have been Thor rushed. Do they have enough of an army to sustain that Thor rush? The Observer following these units, but Treetop sees a little fuzz and scans and gets rid of that Observer, so he's in the dark. Banglings coming in right now, trying to get inside, but the Supply Depot goes up quickly, and a good force field, but that barracks is still there, so they run through that barracks and Supply Depot down. So he is out of a barracks. He cannot build any more factories until he makes another barracks up, and I forgot to put the everyone tab back up again. So this is very interesting, even delaying this attack for a while, so they're able to build up their forces just a bit longer until until that rush comes down, since they are waiting because they are trying to realize how that happened. Good timing by TheSneak, using it right as these Thor